and it's so fun. So for those of you guys who are doing it, I'm really excited for you. I got involved with Teen and Training a couple years ago for the reason of I got diagnosed with APL leukemia. And once you kind of get into that, it's not too hard for them to find you, and so that's how I got involved with Teen and Training. So I was, at the time, I graduated from college, and I had gotten 2 months into my first year of teaching. My insurance kicked in on October 6th, and on November 26th, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I was diagnosed with leukemia. My diagnosis happened very quickly. I remember going up to the VSU Vandal game in Moscow, and I remember showing some of my best friends all these bruises on my legs, and I was like, look at what a klutz I am, isn't this hilarious? And it ended up that about 2 weeks later, it got to the point that I went in, I thought I might have anemia, which I did, and a few other issues going on at the same time. But very quickly, my blood count plummeted. With my type of leukemia, what is the big concerns is, one, that your platelets will drop, which are your clotting factors, and then your white blood cell count and your neutrophils, which is basically your immune system, plummets also. So when I went in on Monday just for a basic blood draw to see if I was anemic, normal for platelets is about 150 to 350,000, and I was at 28, and I went back on Tuesday and I dropped to 13. And I later found out that on Wednesday, when I actually went to meet an oncologist, I had dropped to 6. And at 10 is when you can start having spontaneous brain hemorrhages and things like that. And so if I wouldn't have gone in, I was probably about a week out, which was really scary for me because I felt fine. I remember raking a bag of leaves the Sunday before all this and thinking like, wow, I've got to pull it together. We've got to get to the gym. I was breathing hard, but otherwise I really felt okay. I was a little tired, hitting the snooze button a little more frequently, but who jumps to the conclusion that you have cancer? So I went to meet my oncologist, and now we're just the best of friends, and we hang out every 6 months, and it's great. And I went straight to the hospital at downtown St. Luke's. I was there for 5 weeks, which included Thanksgiving and Christmas. I got out New Year's Day, and then after that I did more chemotherapy. Overall, with that hospital stay, I had 7 rounds of chemotherapy, which was 67 infusions. I also did the whole hair loss thing, became best friends with an IV, I've done all that type of stuff. And then my treatments finished up in June, so I took the whole year off of teaching of my first year. And I was very fortunate in lots of ways. One, having my insurance come in. I was also very blessed from the financial aid. Turns out if you only have 2 paychecks, it's hard to pay for all that. So I was very fortunate, so I really wanted to give back, and so that's how I got involved with Teen and Training. And I also was very lucky that one of the chemotherapies that I went through, it's very lovely sounding, it's called arsenic trioxide. So you can imagine just how fun that was to have, and I had 50 of those infusions of that. And when I had that type of chemotherapy, I think one of the nurses at Misty Meridian had ever given that before prior. So it was a brand new chemotherapy that was out, and it just came out from research. So, and it was proven to be very effective with people with APL leukemia. So lots of reasons why I wanted to get back involved. And so I decided to do Teen and Training. And I've gotten sucked in. But I think even if I wasn't a cancer survivor and that wasn't a factor of why I'm involved in that, the people that I've met have been a really big deal to me. And it's just a great organization. And so I just love it. And the people that do this, oh, I get goosebumps talking about, sorry. Just thank you guys so much for doing this. If you haven't figured out yet, you're going to make lifelong friendships. You're going to meet people who have other cancer stories. If you haven't yet, sadly someday you probably will. And it's just so great to give back because it really does make a difference. The money is very helpful from a patient's perspective. I got patient financial aid from the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and then additionally the chemotherapies that I went through were around years back. So this does make a difference. This isn't just some fluffy thing that you do that says, oh, you are making a difference, and it is a big impact. And then it's wonderful to hear stories about people doing really great things. So I really appreciate everything you guys do because I really wouldn't be standing here today, and I wouldn't have had such a successful treatment history if it wouldn't be for organizations like this. So thank you guys, and have so much fun on your events. I'm so excited for you guys. You are going to love it, and I hope you, I just hope you get hooked and you just love it because it's such a great organization. So thank you guys so much.